Welcome to the Tennis Warehouse shoe review of the On the Roger Advantage Pro. Featuring a lightweight and breathable upper design, the On the Roger Advantage Pro delivers comfort and ventilation that feels plush and supportive as you move on the court. CloudTec, located within the midsole, is lightweight and provides a nice blend of cushioning and responsiveness for a comfortable yet speedy feel. A nylon speedboard is located underfoot that gives you flexibility and energy return when you push off, while the rubber outsole is formed into a modified herringbone tread pattern that supplies great grip and durability on a variety of court surfaces.
I'm a big fan of taller profile shoes or something a little bit more along the lines of a high top. I was a huge fan of the Prince Phantom ones and the Coco CG ones, so I really like having a little bit more heel lockdown and support around the back of my foot. I think it makes trusting aerial movements a lot more fun, so if you're coming down from an overhead or a high volley, I do like shoes like that because they really feel like they have my back. And the Advantage Pros definitely had that in spades. I felt really secure with these shoes, very well supported from all areas of the court. I did feel pretty fast in these as well, maybe not quite in that sort of like upper echelon of speed compared to some other lighter weight shoes, but that being said, I thought these were pretty fast overall. The fit is pretty much exactly what I'm looking for in a pair of shoes. Nice roomy toe box without being too roomy. Felt like I could spread out on the balls of my feet very well and pivot effectively. These are a little similar to the Roger Pro 2s in that they have a little bit more of a flatter chassis. It feels like a little bit more of a platform shoe in that sense, so it might not be for everyone, especially if you're rolling on the balls of your toes a little bit more so. That being said though, I thought these were definitely easier to use than the Roger Pro 2s and much faster. So these were an honestly great play test. I would probably feel pretty comfortable playing a match in these. My only caveat with that would be that the support did sort of wear down over time. So during longer court sessions, if I had already played earlier in the day, I would start to feel it a little bit in like my Achilles and my calves. So just be mindful of that if you need a little bit more cushion, a little bit more support. But if you're looking for a lightweight, almost high top shoe, this is a great option.
Right away, I noticed that these shoes were a better fit for me and my wider foot, especially in the toe box area. And even though these aren't the most well-cushioned shoes out there, I thought that On Cloud cushioning did a pretty good job providing comfort and absorbing shock, especially considering it is a bit more minimal. Now, once I got it on court and moving side to side in them, I felt like the stability was pretty good. Considering it is a bit more of a minimal shoe. I would have preferred a bit more stiffness in the uppers, but what I really liked about the uppers was the ventilation it provided. There's a lot of mesh used up here, and so it was really great for breathability. And then as far as traction goes, I thought these felt pretty grippy to me, even though there was some slight give to them. I would have liked a little bit more. All in all, this is a better play test and a better shoe for me because it does fit a little bit wider and it doesn't require much of a break-in.
Coming into this play test, this is the first On shoe that I've got to test out for a review, and I really liked how this shoe felt on my foot. It had really good comfort, like something that Jason mentioned. I did notice a more generous fit in the width. As far as the length goes, I'm usually in between like a 9.5 and a 10. So for this shoe, I did go up to a size 10 just for, it felt a little bit snug in a 9.5 as far as the length went. And I also been wearing a thicker crew sock lately, so the 10 worked out perfect for me. I really felt like they were lightweight on the court. The upper material, it did have good ventilation, it breathed well. So that kept me feeling nice and cool on the court. In terms of support and stability, I did notice a step down in this one compared to the Roger Pro 2. That one's very firm, almost too stiff in my opinion. This one just had enough support for me. I'm mostly playing a lot of doubles and dingles and stuff like that, so it wasn't overly built. I thought it was good in that sense. I could transition front and back, side to side with good flexibility. And I also really like the aesthetics of this shoe, a nice looking On shoe, whether I was on the court, off the court, but overall just a really comfortable shoe, breathable, and I enjoyed this play test. That wraps up our play test of the On the Roger Advantage Pro. For more information on these shoes or anything tennis related, be sure to head to Tennis Warehouse, Tennis Warehouse Europe, or Tennis Only.